Okay, so my name is Vivian Njoki Muikali, but on social media I go by Triviah Njoki, and I'm a dancer.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what else?
I'm 24 years old, and
You don't even have to say your age. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, okay.
Brand promoter. I'm just
Yeah.
going with what you put like on your Instagram thingy.
Yeah. I also advertise, like I'm a brand promoter. Yeah. Yeah, and I've worked with a few companies. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get into the details. We'll get into the details.
Yeah.
And of course, most importantly, it's not just about beauty, brains as well. A graduate.
Yes.
Why isn't that something that you start with, Konda? You slap them with that first of all before anything else.
Yeah, so I graduated in the US. I went there to study, and I have my business administration diploma.
Okay.
Yes.
Proper.
Yes.
Respect that. First of all, mad respect to that.
Yeah.
And of course, I've just been seeing you doing like your thing on TikTok. And even then, when I was reaching out, I don't think like your account had grown the way it has already grown now. Like the numbers are way much higher. You're doing more viral videos and everything. But how did you just get into TikTok? Because I can guess like you're one of those people who've seen done videos over, like in a day you could post like probably, how many videos, what's the most number of videos you've posted in a day?
Okay, on Instagram, I try to post one video or a post and then a video. But on TikTok, I do 3 videos at most.
At most?
Yes.
That's the max you've done in a day?
Yes.
Okay, not bad. But how did you get into it, first of all? Because I'm guessing like even when I was going through like your Instagram, I could see when you're back in the States, you were never doing like TikTok at all.
Actually, I was.
You were?
Yes.
How?
I mean, during my free time, I would just take a tripod and then do the TikTok challenges. But I went to the US when it was COVID time.
That's when you went?
Yes.
Ooh, so more time indoors.
Exactly. So I was doing some videos and posting it. Actually, that time, I think I was posting maybe 5 a day.
5?
Yes.
Ooh. And then now how, but were they dancing videos?
Yes.
Oh, they were still dancing videos? Afrobeats or now like the normal TikTok challenges?
The normal TikTok challenges.
And then how do you pivot now to like, your Afrobeats and...
So, during that time, there were a lot of American TikTok. But right now, it's Amapiano and Afrobeats. I don't see them TikToks anymore.
They're not there anymore.
They're not there. So, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah.
And also, like, another question is, like, just to follow up quick on that, because I think even behind the scenes, we talked about this, and I mentioned it. I was like, have you noticed, like, all the popular dances right now, they probably come from Africa?
Yeah, that's true.
Is there any dance that's not from Africa and it's popular, like people are doing challenges?
Yeah, but it was like long time during 2020.
Yeah.
Right now,
Like which? Forget Akina Drake.
Right now we have one by this lady. She's a rapper.
Ooh.
Scalib.
Oh yeah. The chick from New York.
She has a viral.
She looks like she has African, genes. She looks like the dad is probably from Nigeria, Ghana, or something. I'm just saying.
It's true.
But most of all, like I think what's super popular right now is like just the Amapiano and the usual like maybe West African, right?
Yeah.
But also Kenya has been catching up, kinda.
Yeah, but it's not going globally,
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. So what do you think? Like, cause and one of the things that people need to understand is like now if you're an artist, if the TikTok dancers like your song blows up like immediately. So why do you think like local music is good, but it's not like bouncing to even Africa level? It's not getting there. It's just like kind of like a Kenyan thing. Not even UG. We're not even crossing to UG.
No, we are not.
Yeah.
Even Tanzania. I mean, maybe,
actually, maybe what?
Basically, I think it's just a song. I don't know.
What?
It's not giving the vibe that it's supposed to give.
But we have our dances. The beats are catchy. And I think that's what I really don't understand. Because South Africa, when they drop something...
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
Yeah.
And not just there, but like in other, it trickles down in all the other like African countries. And now let's just say, first of all, even I want to bounce back and forth
Okay.
between TikTok and like even just your educational background.
Okay.
You said you went to study what in the States?
Business management.
Business management.
Yeah.
So during that entire process, when you said it was during COVID, so did you have to do like a lot of classes like indoors or online?
Yeah. Most of my classes were online, but sometimes I used to go to class, because some professors are like, I want one-on-one interaction with my students, and mostly international students,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I also want to know, like, you actually exist, first of all. You might just be somewhere, like in a corner somewhere in Kenya, just doing your thing, and you're not even in the States. That's what you're saying, you're there. But how was the experience being there? Had you been there before, or this was like your first time going to the States?
It was my first time going there, and I went there alone by myself.
Alone?
Yes.
No relatives there to help you out, Nini, or whatever?
Nada.
How was that experience?
It was so terrifying.
Really?
Yeah. I remember when I was at the airport, I screwed up.
What happened?
I didn't know where the gate was supposed to be, So
there you have exit.
Exactly.
After you land, right?
No, when I was like,
when leaving here, or or even both?
I had a connecting flight.
Okay.
So from here to Dubai, and then from Dubai to US. So when I was now in Dubai, looking for that gate to go to to the US airplane, and I was like, oh my God, what do? I don't know anyone here. Luckily, two girls were behind me, and they were speaking Swahili. So, so I was like, wait, are you Kenyans? They were like, girl, yes, we are. I'm like, I'm lost. Would you please help me? And they're like, sure, no worries. And then we went together.
Oh, really? They took you to your flight and everything?
Yeah, and then after I landed in Washington.
Yeah.
We just said our goodbyes, and yeah, that was it.
So wait, when you land in Washington, like you don't have relatives picking you there at the airport?
So it was a program.
Yeah.
It was a scholarship. Which they
What?
Yeah.
Hey, come on. First of all, so that you know, like scholarships you get because you have extraordinary, either education level or were you a long distance runner?
No,
Okay,
come on.
So then that means
No.
brains. So then that means you're exceedingly like smart, and that's how you enter to the program. Not unless I'm wrong, right?
Yeah, you are right.
Okay,
You
okay,
are
go
right.
on from there.
So it was a U.S. Embassy full funded scholarship.
Not paying anything.
Nada, I didn't pay a single cent.
Okay. Hey, first of all, congrats to that.
Thanks.
Okay, we can toast to, and this is Ribena, by the way, just so you know.
So
Fully funded.
fully funded, and then so there was someone who came to pick me up, like
With the
the in
signs
charge.
and
Yeah.
everything.
She was like, it was called CCI program, so she was holding that science CCI program. So and then I was like Kenyan. We were different countries: Egyptian, Ghanaian, Ivory Coast, Colombia, Brazil. So we were just waiting for her.
Yeah.
Everyone was arriving on different times, and then she took us to the bus with our bags, and then we went to the houses.
So, okay, here you are, and you did this for how long was it?
For just a year. It was
A year?
an intensive
No,
program.
but now it's congested, like
Yeah.
everything you have to back to back. I'm guessing it's classes.
Classes, internship, volunteering. Yeah.
So, is there anything that actually was just like probably culture shock to you? Because now, you're moving from Kenya. Because I haven't been to the States, I've been to Europe, kind of.
Okay.
Also, like for a short, compressed time, a lot of countries. But everything was just culture shock for me. But what was like just some of the things that you had to adapt to, maybe, even if it's friendships, food, or whatever?
So the first culture shock was the time difference. So I was, when I got there, I was jet lagged. And then immediately it was COVID, as I said. And then after that, we were taken to have the COVID test. And then after that, it was just books. Another culture shock was the food. The food there it has a lot of sugar. It has a lot of sugar and fats. And everything you want there, you can order and from Amazon and like 5 minutes. It's just there outside. It was so amazing. And also there, everywhere is just tarmac road.
Yeah.
You can't find dust.
Your shoes are never dirty, right?
They were not.
And notice the first thing I told you when you came to the house.
Yeah.
What did you ask me?
Should I remove my shoes?
I was like, yo, please, because you know Nairobi, how we are, and not just Nairobi, in Kenya in general, it's just dusty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing was like you pay, you load your card, and then that card you're gonna use it at the bus or at the train. Yeah. That is different because here in Kenya you have to use cash, you have to use M-Pesa, you know.
Nice. Kenya is just special. And in fact, I think, I don't know whether you'll agree with me, once you're able to just live and survive in Kenya, I think you can survive anywhere.
True.
I'm telling you guys, because out there's some things that are so much easier until you're just like, this is just too good to be true, right?
No kidding. No kidding.
And then, so now you finish your whole program. Was there an option of, let's say, you saying like, you know what, I want to pursue this slightly more, or even just stay here for a while, or like after the program, like they're like, yo, you have to go back home if you want to reapply, you can reapply for something else.
So I went with a J1 visa. That means you have to come back to your country. So if you want to go back and study more, you have to apply again. And then you get another visa, which is an F1. A J1, that means you're just there for a short time. But an F1, you can stay there even 5 years.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So have you, is it something that crossed your mind, or you just wanted to get that over with and then come back home?
I mean, kinda, but like, because it was too much with the books, I was like, this.
Oh, it was too much?
Yeah, it was back to back, a lot of essays to write, and they're having strict deadlines. You have to submit your assignment at 12. If you do not, there is no marks for you, you know? You cannot say, hey, professor, can I do the test again? No, if it's done, it's done.
It's a done deal.
Yeah. So, but like going there with a friendly, you know, schedule, I mean, yeah, I can consider going back.
Okay, now that you've been there and you're back in Kenya, how's the climate like? Because even for me, like I'm telling you, like for me, I did Europe. I did for 3 weeks, and I was like, you know what? Apart from just the good weather that I love in Kenya, and of course our food is really good.
Yeah,
our food is really good.
Top notch.
Top notch. Yeah. Apart from those two, I was just like, you know what? This would be a really nice place to stay. Because of the systems that are there and they're working.
Exactly.
And I